Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector, and this week I have for you the first of a 6-part installment series for the Combaticons. Yep. Doing all the Combaticons and Bruticus. So expect to see 6 videos in the upcoming month. So a couple of videos won't be uploaded on the weekend and will probably be shown during the middle of the week. So, starting things off with Onslaught, and technically, if we're going to start things off, let's look at his box. It shows him part 1 of 5, combine to form Decepticon Bruticus, and it shows him as the body with the 1. And here is tech specs. Let's see. Since it only gives the numbers 1, 5, and 10, I have to figure this out. So, strength 8, intelligence 9, speed 4, endurance. Looks like it's an... endurance is an 8, rank is a 9, courage is a 10, fire blaster firepower is also an 8, and his skill is a 9. So, speed aside, he's pretty nasty. He has some pretty nasty stats. Cybertronian missile carrier mode. I don't see any missile. Feel free to pause here. And now that that's out of the way, we can get on with the actual toy, finally. I'm going to lower the camera down a bit. There we go, that's so much better. So, now that we have him on screen, and he's supposed to be a missile truck, just has that giant empty gap right there. And then if you take off his gun, you can clearly tell those are his arms. This is just one of the... His vehicle mode is really, really weak, to say the least. If you move the arms, you can clearly see the Bruticus head. But, again, if you still have the gun and haven't lost it like some people on the internet, you can pretty much conceal everything. And there. Now you can't tell that there's anything there. Oh, wait, yes you can. Now, let's take this weak sauce alt mode and hopefully make it into a not as weak sauce robot. So first of all, remove this giant hunk of solid molded green plastic, which already has stress marks on it. Thankfully, stress marks just mean bad things might happen. It doesn't mean bad things will happen. So let's fold the arms out. Maybe down. So it looks like the truck has arms. Then you take the entire, pardon me, the entire undercarriage, and just do as so. Unhook, yeah, these little pegs will be doing something, or doing nothing later, but what they do is they peg into these hooks on this back thing. And there you have a back skirt. And then you just unfold the legs. fold the rather tiny arms into place. And then just take this and rotate it down until it clicks into place, and you have Onslaught with his really big, stupid-looking gun. I actually like the robot mode a little bit better. Just a little bit. He's probably one of the least impressive figures of the set, but considering what he's supposed to be doing, that really kind of tells you a lot now, doesn't it? Now, his head is on a ball joint, believe it or not, because you saw some of that. He can kind of look down, he can't look up, but he can turn his head 360 degrees. Unnaturally, both directions, because blah. This is kind of his shoulder right here. He does have an elbow and this joint, but because of how short his arm is and where it's placed, it's not really good, to say the least. I'm going to take his gun off, so yeah. Hasbro, what were you thinking? Well, for one, you were thinking making a giant Gestalt, which you initially released at Combaticon in 3/5 beige. And speaking of which, there are like, let's see, there's the Comic-Con version, the retail version which is the one I will be showing off for the month of March. The G2 version, which I wish I got, but didn't. And the Japanese, what is it? United version, which is even more accurate to the game than the BotCon version and even more expensive. So there are 4 versions of this guy of Onslaught already, and quite frankly, this is the only one that has no accurate color. Oh, well, technically it does. The retail release version of Bruticus, and right now, this guy is supposed to share colors with Barricade from Transformers Energon. What were you thinking? I mean, really? Could you have picked a worse series to get your colors from? If anything, this should be, dare I say it, Shattered Glass Onslaught. All I need to do is get the proper colored insignia and then decal it on his chest over the purple one. He's supposed to represent the G1 version, but he doesn't have the proper coloring. Oh, and lest I forget, if you manage to move this skirt out of the way, he actually does have some, never mind. He can move. His hips are very tight. Very ratchety, though. And he does have a knee. Eee! I'm afraid to move his legs, though. Yeesh. And there's not really much else to say about him. That's pretty much the extent of his posability. If you're going to get any of the Combaticons as standalone figures, skip this guy unless you're a completionist and you want to see the whole set. Or if you're not going to play with him and you're just collecting, I suggest you do get this guy and just have him as a display piece. I mean, all in all, if you look at him long enough, his arms really don't subtract from him. Yeah, if you look at him straight on, without any of his equipment, he actually does look pretty good, but his arms the low elbow, and it's need I go on about how terrible his arms are? I don't think that's necessary. And there's no place you can really store his stuff. Not that you can really store it on any of the Combaticons anyway. Well, I can try and fail, but hey, at least I tried. Wait, no, you can't even store it underneath the skirt. So, with him out of the way, we have 4 more Combaticons and the giant Gestalt that comes with them. I will see you all again sometime later. Later.